And girl, I never see your type, oh. I never see your type, oh. I don't think maybe I ego. Although I ego. Baby, I never see your type. My girl, I like your vibe. For your love in a good time. Baby, I ego. Although I ego. Baby, I never see your type. My girl, I like your vibe. For your love in a good time.
Mommy, yo, forget the suppose. Baby, I didn't wish a uniform. Too much class when she put it on me. Got me feeling like a unicorn. Wow. I need more of it, so that. Fresh melanin girl, be like she from Volta. She said, make I take her to the altar. She said, make I know they play. I'm in your drug bar. What will be that? I was blind, now you make I see the future. Baby, take a picture. Make I put on Insta, put on Twitter. Make I show them definition of a diva. What? Your back like Blankish. Go, go. Put our waist on rotation. Gaga. On points like punctuation. Baby, you deserve a standing ovation.
You are listening to GN.Radio UK.
Baby, I never see your type. My girl, I like your vibe. For your love in a good time. Baby, I ego. Although I ego. Baby, I never see your type. My girl, I like your vibe. For your love in a good time. What's it?
You are listening to GN.Radio UK.
See you down yet to go. I'm Brazil, Obi Atimasi, and yes, I want fainting away number one. I do number one. Your back like plantation. Turn around, no rotation. Baby girl, you deserve a standing ovation. It's in the baby, I ego. Although I ego. Baby, I never see your type. My girl, I like your vibe. For your love in a good time. Baby, I ego. Baby, I never see your type. My girl, I like your vibe. For your love in a good time. What's it?
Yeah, all the pretty things you do. That be why I know they take you for a fool. Although you will be one, no be two. Girl, I never see your type. To be honest, that's the truth. Hey.
You're listening to Dr. Morton on
UK's finest
GN.Radio. The name is The Mixing Dixon. You tune in, and you know this, man.
Too much class when she put it on me. Got me feeling like a unicorn. Wow. I need more of it, so that. Fresh melanin girl, be like she from Volta. She said, make I take her to the altar. She said, make I know they play. I'm in your drug bar. What will be that? I was blind, now you make I see the future. Baby, take a picture. Make I put on Insta, put on Twitter. Make I show them definition of a diva. What? Your back like Blankish. Go, go. Put our waist on rotation. Gaga. On points like punctuation. Baby, you deserve a standing ovation. No matter.
Although I ego. Baby, I never see your type. My girl, I like your vibe. For your love in a good time. Baby, I ego. Although I ego. Baby, I never see your type. My girl, I like your vibe. For your love in a good time. What's it? Although yet to cry. Although I'm Brazil. Obi Atimasi. And my man say painting away number one. Although you number one. Missy, I don't yet to go. Although I'm Brazil. Obi Atimasi. And yes, I want fainting away number one.
So what's it? Odo and Yantokwa. Odo a year, Brassi.
Standing ovation.
Well, for some reason, I'm beginning to enjoy the breakfast too this time around. Hey, and in Penny follow her, so at least one more experience. Ebano do ebano sitna who brasi yadina. My grandfather Battersea MP waha, and I'm chairman Yawson. And if you have pie, big
that be why I don't take you for a fool. Although you will be one, no be two. Girl, I never see your type. To be honest, that's the truth. Hey, all my exes be taking the piss. They see that I love you, it's making them sick. A trip to Hawaii, a trip to Dubai. In few months, baby, I'm expecting it.
Baby, I never see your type. My girl, I like your vibe. For your love in a good time. Baby, I ego. Although I ego. Baby, I never see your control. Kim promise, yeah. Oh, we can't show they who said, where we are my kumo. And nobody gon' break us up, boy. Nobody break us up, boy. Oh, we can't check where they are, we see me one man, and girl, I never see your type, oh. I never see your type, oh. Maybe I ego, although I ego. Baby, I never see your type. My girl, I like your vibe, for your love in a good time. Baby, I ego, although I ego.
Okay, another good morning and welcome. It's Friday. You know how we do it, especially when we have to bring you all the events that transpired over this week.
Feeling like a unicorn. Wow.
It's getting very interesting. The COVID mood is stretching to somebody, I beg your pardon, something else. And just like, Boris, that's why she Papa Boris Johnson, with the issue of whether we're going to have a lockdown within the Christmas, someone that seems to have caught the attention of the House of Lords, the House of Commons. All my papa under pressure pass on resign. Battersea, good morning.
Good morning.
Up home today.
And Pomodie, she see I don't say baby, you doing the Yame Nikurai.
I not baby, you doing.
Sir, you say Yankopons will be embrassed as you is in BD 70. And I bet na 370 or Konya bonus.
Yeah, but you see, I know.
It is here, Yarena Bano. And Pabona able my MP uniform. No, it may come called idea, but say, in Kodano Jana yet, I see him paying for.
Right.
Oh, you're paying for you and coat to drain a bus, anamone and Connie. In this Becanca Caribbean.
You.
Let me catch a time I am Kodana, one saying we want to bomb you a second world war. Our friend through one side.
Bomb.
Sana, I watch a sunny news. When I make it, through one, and say a buy no. And it a buy started to say Qatar. So them Qatar.
You.
I started to say Qatar. Me be kurumo na be say Qatar. I don't know na. Ni nuya pa ni fru.
Right.
And fru no tuni ni ko. Na me ni mo.
There's a one year was young.
Go no to say we fi ma me ba ko papa ba ko.
Wow.
Na me nim say Qatar ni ni fru. Na fru tuni ni ko. Me na me nim.
You.
It's even a doctor and my doctor when you mean Qatar or Qatar day na watch them a piece. I feel Baby draws him a fruit. It's a fruit, no don't have fruits and any means in co. Go to me, sorry, I mean name.
Free Abbey, what's your friend say? Omicron lose a thing. I've been a mobile in say Amakunu. Oh, you're away by having. But Nina ye actually and then she share one bassy and saw her in the mask and the but and no crana with answer
but me that didn't in a minute too many dear. I didn't know from him.
Right.
I didn't know from him. Set Tarum.
Yeah.
Let me be set away in share. Washing share. Women share. But it do baby share. One blood pressure air strain one asthma. Won't you miss a quarter? One day I didn't show on here or women are not yet thing.
Let us say, sir.
Uncle say, mapping from
Yeah.
About painful now or the way they are shining. We are casing him.
Oh dear. But the thing is, even until sir in Yarawi being when you know, Nipa did that in no or senka or sebi. And you'll be no so boy manisi sebi uko jaunanga I was say.
Oh, and it what that said in what train fish school say. You was going on the Bo Bisu on the at Bisu, who got to tell the General Horonsa.
You.
Na Satana no, na Yembisa say, Yen time I was so called Torata Horonsa. Na Hajin net say, Yakwa, when none baby not your client Torretro ifi.
Debut.
Missy the best Torretro. Na Gana not yen and near you so latte.
Oh wow.
The whole world. The whole world. Yen and near you Torretro. The best Torretro in the world. Wouldn't Torretro no name baby. Wouldn't mock the America and China. Wouldn't Torretro go? Where was that Torretro?
A Brudian.
A Brudian.
Why
are you? Wouldn't Papa? Now, why wouldn't you bad Torretro? That's what all rules are. Oh, yeah, the about.
Now, we what can I say then? We are not in Wimbledon.
I mean, it's Hassano. You can't, when the Mikasa, Cremoni be na Okona, one should not cut in Sassono, no visible or first say, could do me, you need not cut in Sassono. Then you're a paper, no better. Or the driver, what did you know? On your fan, worship.
Yo,
it is here that call a name, or the Torretro Papa, dear, but where you win me. Oh, opinion. What's that? Your brain.
Sanity.
Now, make I say, Corampo. Make I say, may you woman, second bone, third bone of you, or quackota, they were from Pep. Now, they were from Pemper. So, the general said, Untomana and one thing that is one I had their back, and this is here, and one their book. No way, not. And actually, I feel what a day, cotton in them and and only say, Sandy me are not at the Yama and no issue.
Yo, okay, young cock and some swear. Yo, Ukrum Fuzzy drivers no. One co strike. I will Ghana and na and dancing no. A year Papa your friend say, Mr. Morton, mention needing credit saying. Or see. See, you know, in Chichimua, banks near dinner were Ghana and Kufu a year, Mexico for NPP 1 year. Some of the banks, you know, they try to save them, and I want our account. So I say, where Jawons are. What do you say? Because Medina, I mean, who is he?
Better make drivers in India.
Okay, young drivers.
I get back where I mere minute one your politics and nanti from. General Ankara, what is NLC, Kotokanamane, Halido Kununu, and Yakubu, Okra, Kotoka, and Frifa. One time on Anthony Yatamba Buzia.
Okay.
Government. Buzia government, the Menonite office, Kakao of Castlands, and I was transferring me to Pediatric Lodge.
Okay.
And it were the Kufadon, so I'm going to the camp. And so on. But at the back, when I Ghanaians, made it make so up in Signan Coupon. Na kachide Moses say Uncle Egypt Uncle Pharaoh Uncle fa Israel from and famra wan sase konkron so mebo
Sanity
with the Bible na kan you me Battersea MP na kan say Yakopon esoma Moses say ombra Ghana no onye den omatutu nsempa enfama ya about the Baba politics, NDC and MPP. Say, should my net that honour. Say, I did it at the honor say, yeah, Diana. Mummy, who say, I didn't hear no. Share, not only the McCarthy be that you wouldn't say, is it this year? Yeah, you the crow way, Britain. Want to one shot to petrol, Mebois,
Sanity,
one more. One shot to petrol, one shot to petrol. Now, a quanya will be fast, one share them my petrol short train. When I met it, just watch the increasing price and a pio. Watch that. It will increase the price and I just we are in Oqua, and okokra na say 5 cedis na obenya no I have 2 pounds na obenya no na say okona 3 pounds because of why ye di ni no what on sa enti edu tama petrol ni bebue no bisa say what hwe ana o je won increase no wo
yo
and so ntonche wo wie pepepe sika na wo de man ye dream of say lockdown ni mu no o je wo saje wo sika bi mu what you sika
this is
170 pounds and ababegu gas bill 70 pounds the ababegu electricity 70 pounds the ababegu water when I'm it was then kakranka within 5 years time no one metika no I didn't have the demonstration
okay
Ghana and you depending on the year but during the lockdown I buy me microphone but I did back where you meant to say abane yadia se uma kwaku bia e so ma ya otubi na ma kofi otubi wo wo kro kese mu enyan but wo wo nkura ase no wo enya
okay
enti se bibi pa wo so odi ya wo
yeah
driver si semi ya ekwa ebe nyina no driver mo se wo to petrol na wo to mo no since many fee from 15 years no every day biara every year biara wo ye budget no ekosoro wo ye budget bia budget no kosoro what am I what to petrol mu what to we mu what to there's no single year wo ye budget we say abano ati bibi so but abani say what to bibi ma na why dey what pega what to petrol mu kakra no na me no one man baby so up from Emma and Yafon. But any time one go school. Our lawyers, judges, military officers, police officers, administration officers, chief executive, any board of directors, and the cocoa market, some crofon guana. Any time no won't pay no na air costro. And the air bar na a Yafon any time na edium. She crow him. What the crow o yen bi ani crow we mu
samum
David obi o yen bi ani crow we mu obi obakati yen wo crow mu kate apart from say obi a wa pa crow we mu oni nkrata fe no ba be fat ne dey but o wo nkrata na ti crow we mu o ye dey na obedi nkwa de abade be ma
okay
na yen bi ta say yen crow mu Ghana no na ye bedi no that say e mere to na maximum maka jense sabana to ne mabi mu onam aka wuto petrol mu sa no na me kire no ubetime to petrol mu more than 3 months no fante bia or the 5 cities in the 2 months
okay
on to boom 5 cities no
right
ubetwa no de bia 1 city no de atoso enkrofo hu no de 1 city no de atoso enkrofo hu kuro we mu sa no woye no ubetwa na petrol no na atoso kakra bi woye na atoso kakra bi but Ghana de woye de otumu boom anything I'm saying say Nyankopon na so man Moses say uncle Egypt uncle Pharaoh uncle for Israel for famba asasoko say osuma Moses say onye den uncle Ghana uncle church amembu ni okwa ono so beje bribe
yo me church Yawson yamana kwaba na yenini nyuma. Good morning, Chairman.
Good morning, Dr.
Morton. Welcome back from Ghana.
Thank you very much.
We are not sure, Kakra.
Very frightening.
Anyway, you're back to the cold world view, you know.
Yes.
Right, so unfortunately, you met with Omicron, who said, Amakloe. It's quite, difficult and terrifying. What can then? So Boris is under pressure, at the expense of COVID against Christmas.
Yes.
The party and all that. What about I saw was that yesterday concerning Ghana's it's a documentary I'm sure concerning when you want to travel from Ghana, what you have to go through. But it's getting very deadly these days. I mean, Yoruba now, the measures, and though this is more, it looks like it's dangerous than the normal ones we had, what we've had lately.
Yes.
And still our people have not vaccinated.
Yes, government, I'll say good morning to all listeners, especially Dr. Papa Kwesindo, whom I know is bouncing back greatly from his abode. Ghana government, it's not helping a lot. It's not helping us a lot. Information that is coming out in the UK, it's not the same thing going out in Ghana. Ghana people we are blessed with the hot weather. I believe that thousands would die. The way our life is, they don't care. Yes, we don't care. Yes, they don't care.
My problem is people still have not taken the vaccine.
Yes, because some people have been told, say, and yes, sir, is happening. That's what people have told them.
The misconception.
And the Ghana government is not helping. Minister of Information is not helping. The, President Akufo-Addo himself is not helping. We need somebody to...
I thought Akufo-Addo was known to be very active, and he was among the few Ghanaian presidents who have been very active in trying to, help out with these measures.
International community have got it wrong.
Oh,
when we say Akufo-Addo wash his suit, what time no can brofu kakra, we say yeah, he's great. Oh, you're a great guy. Also, you need time, you need jacket. Not now.
No, but Chairman, Akufo-Addo in the time, what has he got to do
although you need time,
with
his
performance?
I mean, because all she suits and no watch children, what do I say? To me, it doesn't come out himself. Seriously.
Chairman, I don't agree with you.
I agree. Yes, but she suit, nobody don't come for fine. Come and sit down in the television GBC.
But brofona ye nkurum kata ndio oka brofona aditi obi jo onzo wo France oya Ghana ne watena France onto oka France na ni kurum
only the international commission also is a great guy. He's not a great guy. Me person back out to speak to Ghanaians and say mo what's happening ono kasa obi
No, but are you saying the international community?
Yes.
The judgment they make with the view, sir, Akufo-Addo is very active.
Overzealous, over the top.
Yes, but
exaggeration. Which I say, they are blowing him up. So when he's down, they are blowing him up, which is no good. Shejuma, Mr. Boris Johnson, or you Krumha, Uncle see and to know. Small mistakes, even if now, Sir President, often said, Akosia Bruni was whatever Bruni. All these things, President himself has not come to say it's true or false. Ukrom gave in Friso. So, Akosia Bruni, another said, Sawa Bruni, who did you? Yeah. Okay, you focus on Boris Johnson, can be in Friso. Papa no watching, but he's doing a good job.
No. When we did this program, I told you gentlemen, sir, Akosia Bruni, all these were allegations that comes along with pictures. That came along with pictures.
Great, but I want somebody to come and say, my friend, this is not true.
I remember when Akufo-Addo was accused of drug peddling and things like that. Some time ago, also he wanted people to be in accountable positions so that they can go to court. He's a lawyer himself, but what's making this difficult? He has not responded to these allegations.
Yes,
and so it silence means
consent. It means consent.
And yet, some na penini waka. You know what? You want to change many continue money.
Yeah.
When in some say no way, but it's a penny.
And it's so in the agents on Casadia, it's okay.
Yeah, because
the man has got very, very important
job to do.
Assignments regarding the nation's, political issues. But
what they're many so back I Tamakloe what you could follow Mamibia Quaco trains. Meboa.
And on it there is a Kufuomo Niho Bio and
Mama Tams wanted to be BBC watching on him. Papa no so na me it is time ma when at some point time or the same team at a way no what if for October you golf
dear
but you walk but at your back on person Ghanaians you dream when say adia wo de be ye wunu ya no tina pan fa kan fo kan twi ka say ma wo de bot techi no sab Sa ba na na no bo ba. E di niam mo ye de to ho no. And na men na koda no. Esua what be and it say do dear so. And what ya wo dear.
Ye krom no. Ye krom no.
Robert the crowd what ye no.
Yeah. So, Asha, ye krom no. Say would the dim penny for atama womutie. Would you on matama womutie? Look at somebody like Kevin Taylor, Natchin Jonas, and then Captain Smart. Woman can require some control. Would you on matama and Asan woman they try to work? None I say Asantini, or so quite a crack, complain a man, Kufado, because of doom so no.
Yeah, but
Ghana no what can some of shipping in now on Lutie.
But why must
See,
it,
this is
why must it be so? Why must
Yeah,
it
because
be
we haven't got good leaders. Leaders know me you good. As a father, as a parent, we are father and our mother.
Chairman, good leaders in the air. People try their best to do their best. Leaders and will try their best to do their best. And then you know,
close Cameron,
okay.
No, I'll pay
people, yeah. And the leaders and one particular day, where you want best, but to handle just only 800 men and women in Ghana, no, and you're easy. Here, Chairman, upa mwoma nipa 800 member na mase unu to coin from Accra to Amasamai. One shall wound off and Kopokora, one shall be signed.
Yeah,
I don't see.
Because to 100 women being, where's your comment me, where's your way at him, where's your way I'm say, what do you, yeah, yam fire, and Fanko Babu, I mean, no me in the Baba tree. Tamanya coupon Suma Moses, Moko far, Israel from Pharaoh, or the one background, Diana Ohu Kwanzo. The same thing now, most of the people council. Thousand obey leader. Away you share. Where she stay, which that's a okay to be tearing in idea. What shall be a mistake?
okay.
So we swear people in to be leaders.
Right.
Ijamo, Insumo, and Framo, Mbafa. No, they do Ijama, no,
and the procedure at the house, Ojamo, Ojamo, because Obibeya, dear, and
yes.
Now, the Nipana, dear, no, by you, but you're not paying one more. No, also with them and none and win Mr. Jamank. We are the obey Jamak because our Konyana or cotton and fear what you pay. And paying for the Kuntuania, a Konechi. Sisi and Utia Konyano.
Chama, our brand, not but as you brand say,
and it's a oof,
that as you
and the Ufia Konyano share. The Ufia Konyano share, Obebefia, Obefia, a man benum. And none say now a something. None of way offense, your former president, Kufuor, which a papa tintia, or call a something in a year, and ultimate until Ukrainism.
But 83 years, your man, happy birthday, Bill. Sanse, say, Nipo in Chesa, but Yamiadum. Kufuor, still are very active, though we could cry, I don't know. It was, we did not come up and or sign one thing, Kaka.
Only 1 year this year. On young one.
But just a new beer, no do that age now, or yeah, Unya Sa, what in that. Anyway, let's go back to Ghana Kufuor, this government. Honestly, he's becoming selective when it comes to the bankings. Some of the banking try to save them. Some he doesn't deal fairly with them. Chairman, I mean, you are PPP. You've recently seen Papa Quinn seen them what he's gone through with the banking activities.
Yes, definitely.
You must be gutted with these things. You feel that the government has a hand in it.
Yes, I'm surprised. The NPP government would treat not only Papa Kwesindom, but if the Kwame Dufour or my name is correct, Mr. Dufour.
Why don't?
Also, in the banking business.
Oh yeah,
went down.
I mean, quite a few banks.
You see, near opening near I would say sincere. We are president of Ghana. Very few Ghanaians. I don't want more pretty bank. Banks now, it's Bank of West Africa, which is Standard Chartered, and Barclays Bank. Bank of West Africa is 125 years in the Gold Coast or in Ghana. Barclays Bank is 100 and God knows 101 or 102 years in Ghana.
Okay.
Papa Kwesindom, the bank, is about 30 years in Ghana. Wogunu, or a Ghana. Standard Chartered, or me a brofu. They are still in the Gold Coast, they are still in Ghana. Barclays Bank, the same thing. Zenith Bank, I let a 4 bank in Ukra, Egunu. I are strong over Ghana. And the Ghanaian banks, no, or I was a but I'm a quarter, and I will for the data bank because it's Minister of Finance. So, Obia, the new beer crab, said, no, there's something wrong. Obia Nimshikra, yes, I do see an America. Obia near a dream with Tim Crapo, no, there is something wrong. Except say MPP for the womb. Now, tell what you bohun it and bring a bosom. And Brenda was woman sees you all the time. Wouldn't him? About 4 years ago, about 4 years ago or 5 years ago, now we call shopping with Bromley, with Cromha, Bromley. You do Saturday and you call Northern Rock Bank. No more than 1,000 people. No, woman she queue, Mr. Womko, you, Miss Go Bank. Now, I'm which be about news be about tea, will be a so convinced. The same thing idea, Dr. Papaco syndrome. The same thing MP before the Dr. Papaco syndrome, the bank. No, beer Kojin get the same day. Is it possible? Not possible. So, Northern Rock, no, British government saved the bank from that because bank, no, or serve society, or serve the people of Britain. Kwesindom the bank, no, serve the people of Ghana. Who call Ghana 300 branches? The Dr. Kwesindom GN Bank, no, in crossing now, Fakwa Kasum Kokra, GN Bank, woman children kake so
more employment.
No, at that time so there are elections.
Menya obi wa line so. Hello, good morning.
Right.
Morning, Dr. Morton. Morning.
Hey, say Gabo, good morning. Biaboko.
Morning. Yeah.
Papa
Chebu for you. And a tea for you. Chairman Yawson Smokano, Meliniagin. I keep on saying that Chairman Yawson is so fastidious.
Yeah, you're very embarrassing. I've not finished making my point.
Chairman Yawson is so fastidious.
You can't cut me like that. I've not finished talking.
What am I going to answer? Why?
Okay.
Yeah.
Make me frame back.
Ghanaians. British standards in you African standards. That is fine. We learn English which is fine. Now a little learning is very dangerous, both for MPP, NDC, or anybody who is ruling Ghana. Opening the American say one Northern Rock bank, British government rescued them. The same thing. Na say GN Bank Ukraine watching now. Ghana government must rescue the bank because Ghanaians will seek our bank. On this occasion, they refuse to do. They are supposed to be intelligent people in the MPP. They know what's happening in the British example. No, because when you say Indom had been popular and had made the Progressive People's Party popular towards the 2020 general election. Until we good in the bank, we do good in the massy. We destroy a party. But when we are I can't only 2.5 years. Now we're back. That's MPP Folia. They will never come back again for more than 50 years. Trust me. Okay. This was going to happen. You pass some and your political party matter. And people will go and say, so woman to me, Rani or Manu. Woman to me, and then I say, me figure you do 1 week. Doom so unnecessary. Doom so takradi, doom so. Car medical fee from airport, car medical fee, driver go movie, doom so, Kumasi, doom so, Asantini, Manshia Palace, doom so, Asantini, Kwan, fu, so, or Bala, Accra, I better complain to the President Kufado. Yes, or yes, Santini. But these things are funny. So, Mahama, taxi driver, say, woman did Mahama Tampa, who did dinner bush of time because of doom so. No, MPP has not come into doom so again. They have nothing else to say. Yakupani yefsheni nim. Yabasheni paso nim.
Okay, Sagabo, I feel between Yakasa. Oh. Hello? I'm so Sagabo.
Yeah, we can talk until
all right.
But
me to me the young president na Nekufuado. Okwa university. Okusua law. Na law no a different subject. Na ne vice no ekusua account na or a deputy bank of governor, a bank or our Ghana. It to me the president na otwo na advisors na eman advice about the bank system our Ghana no. Wanna be a meeting me the brim the be amount. Cause advisor what be man through vice president Bamuya Meboa. Ona oye economical day and then something chairman and bibia ekoso. Enti ono na sema or be man the boss no. And look because ono na eye ne fail. Enti no de be kan make say also oba obema dollar no kra aye den. And na oba dollar no sa koso. The bank system na ekoso. Bank system na ekoso na eye you know. And that be a president be on advisors. It's true advisors na won be kan nebe buano. Me ka say kro we mu kra na Margaret Chapter me beto no ase. Na advisors na the vice chancellor ba ko na atietie bi say. Won say achi kra na nkrofo bi a man advice bi oh baby o ka te Margaret Chapter say e won mo advice e won che no. Enkoye it the only way I bet my ya say. Don't so there. Offer them to Yawson Mirror kind dino. Offer Margaret Chapter na or resign. Na or the John Major at the Bashaw.
Okay.
Well, 80 minutes 2 minutes there. Baby Honoma advisors na advise young president no. Want to work on bank no so
it is true.
Me so me dey way of as vice president no so. So I deputy governor of the bank. Only the bank system no ebibia say one day be report to be their bar. Also action be now take action no o first say o your intelligent net bay now the ones that am work and na correct answer now we implement it salon e ma bank nigu e me dey bebre hold man me dey fortune be ma vice president
me so open your committee ase you fancy Battersea MP. Yeah, government ya uhono. Would you can't say nana do a lawyer, Baumia or a financial man, which is your right. A busy engineer, a busy engineer, and all that marine engineers and all that. Engineer friend cabinet no, it's all specialists together. Let they think about the nation Ghana.
But Mr. Chairman, I did back when I me person me can amend. They want na cabinet meeting with that. What's that in Ghana no? Where president no na appointed people to come and drain.
Okay.
When I'm and you no back no ultimate challenge no.
Sanity.
But I had to the Britain has said what is your tama Theresa maybe prime minister. Now or appointed Boris as a foreign minister meboa.
Sanity.
What meeting or the P45 question is say is you get out from the prime minister. Ghana na ne bit my stadium.
Ghana nipa bit my year but do
because Ghana minister BNwa obetimi asore gina wa president ya de bi na senya obeka the president na ye nenye kotono anytime bia ye de ye furu na 19.
Okay, but say we dey make samba kwa kire o me say bia what ne da. Ye wo papa bi wo friend PKK Kwedu.
PKK Kwedu.
PKK Kwedu.
Who is he?
He was a member of parliament in Kwame Nkrumah's government. Mr. PKK Kwedu. Hot guy from Western region.
It must be the Ghana's version of John Skinner.
Derek Skinner. Yes.
Oh, Derek Skinner.
Derek Skinner. William, that time no, na Nigeria for go to Tafawa, Balewa and all that. Wama yoku Nigeria already. After that coup no, na Mr. PKK Kwedu also was parliament.
Could you Ghana na ye coup first like Ghana?
Nigeria.
The Ghana na first.
Na Nigeria.
Ghana na first.
When?
And not is Ghana.
January 1966. Now, son of February 1968 Nkrumah. Who did you say American?
Who's the medicinal military? Say Ghana for ya. Nigeria
Nigeria
was January 66.
Okay, Chama, before you go there, just like it was a rotation of say who made the coup first. No, so Ghana must go. So who started? Say Ghana started.
No, Ghana started.
Ghana must go in the 80s.
No. Busia started. And then the Busia government. Busia buy no. Utie. Busia buy. Oh yeah. Utie. Busia buy no. No so Nigeria fu nyinanko. But air affect one paye. Akwetia achemuna ene akoroso ene na Nigeria finish ho papa.
Okay.
Then we see
no, because of the diamonds. Because of the diamonds on the problem.
And you know, people on my Oba be won. One am make no. Injo o say won ko. Won say why yet and Ghana for Nigeria for no di enso di bi so be Ghana for. Until na kwaya 1-1.
Okay, Chairman.
You see, I said Mr. PKK Kwedu.
Okay.
I remember very Fatika said January 1966 there was a military coup d'etat in Nigeria. Then Kwame Nkrumah stood up to say, listen, the military can take over, but they have no mandate to rule. Or General so no Kasacha in the 30 days near 2
hello, Mr. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Morton. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much. Who's this, please?
It's Felix calling from Scotland.
Oh, Felix. Good morning, sir. It's been a while. We heard your voice on this radio.
Can't hear him.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
Okay, you
Let me go straight to the point. You see, I think it's not for me to tell you what questions you pose on your show, but I think the wrong question is being asked here. And the question is, have we orchestrated the collapse of some of our banks in our own country? Or is it because some of our banks found themselves in distressed situations?
Okay.
I hold the view that in some cases we have orchestrated the collapse of some of these banks, and in particular the case of GN Bank. Look, this is a bank that was one of the main banks in Ghana that was advancing loans to local contractors, because most of our local contractors cannot get loans from some of the banks that Chairman Yawson was talking about, like your Standard Chartered, your Barclays, some of these international banks. Our local contractors could not go to them to raise the necessary funding for government infrastructure programs that they had to carry out, the building of schools, the building of hospitals and stuff like that. Now, did our government pay these local contractors for them to go and settle whatever loans they had taken from GN banks? Well, if you haven't done that, how do you expect GN Bank to be able to shore up its finances in the first place?
That's right.
That was one point. The second point is that for some very strange reason, the financial architect of our country, which is the finance minister, decided with the Security Exchange Commission that they were going to give one figure as a capital adequacy amount that banks are supposed to have, which is 400 million Ghana cedis or so. You don't do that. Banks have different sizes. HSBC is bigger than Trados. HSBC is bigger than some other banks on our streets. So it's the same as Barclays. Yeah. So you don't give one particular figure. Ghana Commercial Bank may be able to raise 400 million Ghana cedis within 2 days. But GN Bank is not the same as Ghana Commercial Bank. So if you are going to give capital adequacy requirement, it has to be based on the financial books of the bank in terms of how much assets they have, liquid assets in terms of cash, fixed assets in terms of property, and so on and so forth, as against the amount of money that they've lent out to creditors. Or in some cases, to people that they've lent money to.
Okay,
so you don't come out.
Can I ask you a very simple question?
Yeah.
Do you agree with Mr. Abuaben's case of seeing the government to be very selective when it comes to saving some of the banks?
Look, I haven't been to Ghana for a long time. I don't understand the nature of the political economy going on, in effectively the power play behind the people who are running the country. There have been allegations that people saw some people in terms of businessmen and how their businesses were thriving, people saw them as potential political threats in the future, and the only way to neutralize them is to clip the growth of their, excuse my language, their businesses or their financial empires. He may have a point over there because he runs a bank, and he probably has a reason to think that there were people who were interested in bringing his bank down. But you see, even if his bank was distressed because he had lent out money to people who may not be in the position to pay back. Look, the history of banking, even here in the UK, has always been, saddled with that sort of situation.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look at the UK, for maybe those who are a little bit young, they probably don't know, but Chairman Yawson probably knows this. There was a time when there was a big scandal in British banking, Barings, Bank of Credit and Commerce International. It literally brought British banking to its knees. But these things happen all the time because of the nature of banking. On one hand, you have people who have surplus money who go and put it in a bank. On another hand, you have people, for whatever the reason may be, who are short of funding, and so they go and lend that money. It comes with a risk element. Sometimes, for good reasons, some people are not able to pay back their money. And that becomes a burden on the bank, and therefore the bank may become distressed. And sometimes it's not because people are reckless or feckless with monies that they've taken from the bank. Take the issue about the hospitality industry, for instance. There may have been people who 5 years ago were running very good hotels. They have gone to the bank, they've taken money to expand their hotels, improve facilities, and make more money from their business activity. In comes something called COVID-19 in the last 20 months or so. They may not be in the position.
Oh, sorry. Felix, sorry, I think, okay, I think if you want to try to call back, I think your line he's making a lot of point, good point. Yeah, go on, Chairman.
He's made a very good point.
Okay.
That's what we want to hear. Dr. Indom, offered contractors in Ghana. So we're Ghana, now we're a contractor. We need Ghana government contracting yet, unless you got money to buy your materials. Would you we are then Ghana government pays you? We are a developing country. So Dr. Ndom was wise enough and smart enough to say, look, contractors be a Ghana government GN Bank. That's what Ndom did. Dr. Ndom gave them money to do all the Ghana government jobs. Ghana government contractors who one more self-case all the contractors are Dr. Ndom with billions and billions of Ghana citizens. Money. The government knows that contractors know Dr. Ndom no abo mubusia. So when we are Ghana government should pay the contractors no. Now contractors say Ndom up to now woman GI.
Okay.
It's the woman is said form. No, we shouldn't say Ndom war 300 bank branches will do whole Ghana. Even Ghana Commercial Bank we have 150 branches. So Dr. Ndom or Progressive People's Party, because he was a flag bearer, we became popular. He have called 2020 elections. So when good bank good anymore, PPP and Kabadesa Kofu be parliament.
Okay. All right, gentlemen. This is what the story says. The chief executive officer of the defunct UT Bank, Mr. Prince Kofi Amoabeng, has said political considerations played some part in the collapse of his bank, by the Akufo-Addo government. And the Bank of Ghana revoked the licenses of the Capital Bank and UT Bank in August 2017 for being ill-kit and deficient in capital. But why would a government, be very selective when it comes to...
Thank you very much. You make it much simple. Say opening bank, we a business be also say we need to go which run business. So now bank so bank of football. As a company be out to me bank of football. You your car no business no call. You your car business book down. It's true. Say the banks, so some of the banks were facing challenges. So a Akufo-Addo government, or can say a bank capital that's capital. You capital we're increasing by 233%, which is very big. We a banker. you must have a minimum capital requirement of 233%. Edoso. Na Dr. GN Bank was to me too high. And see, Sadia, I will descend to savings and loans bank. So, not just nothing wrong with Mr. Satino. Because they have problem.
Sorry, gentlemen, I've got Mr. Kofi Ali on the line. Mr. Kofi Ali, good morning, sir.
Because they morning, sir.
Hello, Mr. Kofi Ali, can you hear me, please?
I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me too?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. Can you go on, please?
Yes. I'm calling right from Accra. And I've been listening to the discussion. And sometimes I just want to put in a little advice.
I know where you're going. I read it on Facebook.
You see, the traditional way of government is not the same as the modern way of governance. Traditional way of governance can get away with a lot of things because they are not controlled by the modern way. And so if something happened, and Battersea MP, I want to be precise on, he's using the things that Otunfo will do as a base for saying that Akufo-Addo too will do the same thing. It is wrong. And while we live in United Kingdom, you remember Prince Andrew and the American young lady.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why? He could have been quiet and then nothing happened. But they say no, because you are talking about modern politics. So we should, if we understand the way things are done elsewhere and we think it's right, we should not sit down and then be sitting in UK and be talking about what is going on in Ghana as if we are still in Mansia Palace. We have a president. The president of Ghana is not the same as the prime minister of the United Kingdom. They are totally different systems. The president of Ghana is answerable to the people of Ghana, and he can be questioned and challenged on anything. In the United Kingdom, right, the Queen's position is the position if you want to look at the head of state and the commander-in-chief, you understand? But we run what you call the Republican system. We don't run a kingdom. In Ghana, we don't have a kingdom. We have a republic. So when you are analyzing the way people deal with prime minister and the way we should deal with, no, they look alike. They are not the same. It's like in America. The president of America, every American has a right to ask him questions and he must answer. We have to be very clear. On the issue of the banking system, you understand? On the issue of the banking system, and don't let me forget that you can't take the president by the constitution to court directly. You can't. You understand? But the president's action can be taken to court if it is the attorney general, is it attorney general or minister? Attorney general is the one who will go and defend the president. Can you see the way it's done?
Yes, sir.
So we have to understand that clearly. Now, when you come to the issue of the banking, we have been talking about this. Is it the president who give instruction for the bank to be closed down? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you live and clear. Yeah, Mr. Kofi Ali, you're still live on air. We can hear you. Yes, we can hear you.
Is it the president's instruction to the bank to be closed down, or is the governor of the Bank of Ghana?
I think ultimately it should be the government.
We are not answering is that who is responsible for monitoring and ensuring that? Yes, I'm talking. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you live and clear.
Yeah, we have politicized everything. Who is responsible? Have you read the Constitution? As per the Constitution of Ghana, it is. Hello?
Yes, you're live, Mr. Kofi Ali. We can hear you. Yes, we're listening.
Yeah, the president has no power to instruct a closure of a bank. The Minister of Finance don't have that power. The power, as per the Constitution, is the governor of Bank of Ghana, who is supposed to be an independent institution. The control of the financial institutions in Ghana, we decided not to politicize it.
Mr. Kofi Ali, can you hear? Chairman, want to ask you a very simple question, please. Chairman,
please do.
Morning, Mr. Kofi Ali.
Morning, sir. How are you?
He cannot hear me.
I'll say, how are you? Yeah.
But thank you. Let's see what we are saying is that, I mean, you were also in the UK when this thing happened. I know you just started yourself in Ghana. That's fine. The NPP government closed down the banks. It's not the Bank of England, of Ghana. Otherwise, everybody would jump onto the necks of the Bank of England directors.
NPP,
No, it's the NPP administration that did it, the
party.
government that did it. They closed. They said we should raise our capital by 233%. I wrote an article, please. I will give you a copy if you didn't read it.
Okay.
I explained everything.
Okay.
They said we should increase our capital by 233%.
Okay, yeah, Mr. Kofi Ali. Go on, Mr. Kofi Ali.
Yes.
Okay.
But forget about Bank of England of Ghana has no power to increase ask for the increment of capital. It's the Ghana government. If it serves the government, so please let's get it clear.
No. Let me come in here. The Bank of Ghana is an independent institution. It's like the Electoral Commission. You understand? The president doesn't control. That's what we say. It's an independent institution. The finance. You see. We have to understand when we are doing things wrong and when and doing it right. If you know the difference between what is done wrong and what is done right, then you say, oh, this person has done it wrong, but he did it. You understand?
Okay. Mr. Kofi Ali, Battersea MP want to ask you a question, please.
Yes.
Governor of Bank.
He says who appoints the governor of
Bank
Bank
of Ghana, yeah.
Bank of
The
Ghana.
very person who appoints the Chief Justices and the Electoral Commission chairperson. I'm coming. Let me explain that. The fact that there is difference between political appointment and professional appointment. That's why we are making a mistake here. The governor of Bank of Ghana is not there to serve the president. He's there to serve Ghana. It did the job. That is why they said they should be separated from the political day-to-day thing. You cannot mix financial activities of the nation, discipline of the nation with political day-to-day hanky-panky that we are doing. When you do that, you destroy. Banking system is not a joke. So if the governor has come in, meeting with the directors in the department, and they have looked at the financial activities of the banks, and they feel some banks are not viable, you understand? It's not a political issue. It's a decision that must be taken. Banks in Ghana
It's a political
are not
issue,
dealing.
Mr. Ali. It is a political issue. You have to read carefully or read my article. Serious. I did my research and wrote in the article.
I'm
research and try to understand.
I'm coming. Brother Yawson, I think you are failing. You see, the Prime Minister cannot close a bank in United Kingdom. I don't know whether you are aware of that. Are you aware of that?
Are you aware of the article I wrote? It will educate you, enlighten you to understand. Because the way you are rambling, please, I'm sorry, you have not researched into what you are saying. Do you understand?
In the house to play with this, what you will play. I'm on the phone.
It's not the Chief Justice. He has no power. No. Akufo-Addo appointed the Chief Director General of Bank of Ghana.
See, you are turning the president into a dictator. You are turning the president into a dictator, into a woman. You are the reason why today we've ended up with these monsters.
I don't know why because you are in Accra, you change your position. Come on, be real. Do research and let us have a good conversation.
I'm coming. Our president is not supposed to be a dictator. Go and read the Constitution very well. You read the Constitution. Don't let us talk by our own ideas. So if you have ended up with a dictator, what we are supposed to do is to go back to the Constitution and say, what are we all not doing right? We all have a duty to defend the Constitution of Ghana. I don't know whether you are aware of that, Brother Yawson. So if it is your duty to defend the Constitution, and the president has taken the Constitution and is running into the bush with it, and you are supporting him to do that, what are you doing? Are you defending the Constitution?
Nano Claudius party. Well, what were you able to do? You resign from that.
This is why we are saying that.
Now, I don't know where you belong, and you stand somewhere and you're criticizing things that shouldn't be criticized. You know what I mean?
Let's try to let him know that we also... I'm coming. Somebody has done something wrong. It's our duty to let him know we know what is right, that he did something wrong. Then he will understand. It is not the job of the finance minister to go about closing banks.
May I know who's on the line, please? May I know? Good morning. Hello? Hello? May I know who's on the line? Okay, Mr. Koviani, you can continue, please. I think I can hear the person properly.
You see, the fact that the president appoints high professional public officials when the place is vacant, you understand? It's not saying he's employing them to okay, what about if this president goes, another president comes? Will he keep this Bank of Ghana governor, or he's going to sack him?
It's going for changes in the constitution. In Ghana's constitution, Progressive People's Party, we have started this since 7th December. Today, 9th December. We are going to be 10 years in next year. Watch the space. The constitution was designed for Rawlings in those days because of PNDC and AFRC. The Rawlings is dead and gone. We are going to change things. So,
Mr. Kofi Ali, Chairman is saying that you have to vote for them so they come into power. They can change all these mess.
You see, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with people saying something is wrong with the constitution and they want to change it. My problem is tell us exactly what you think is wrong and tell us exactly how what you think is wrong. You have made an effort within what is there.
Separation of powers, giving power to the people. We want district chief executives, metropolitan chief executives to be voted upon. We do not want the president to sit in Flagstaff House or Jubilee House to be appointing Dr. Morton to be district commissioner. That's what we are going to do. Separation, giving power to the people.
Gentlemen, I think I have to give somebody else a chance, gentlemen, and then if you want to call back.
I will have asked that. Do you need to change the constitution to give district executive the kind of power they need? There is a constitutional provision for that. It says, right, go for a referendum. There are so many ways to change those things. Even the president has the power to give that executive instruction, and the parliament okay it, and it is done. So why do you want to change what is not broken? Let us look at what we are not doing properly right.
Okay,
and
Mr. Goviali.
That in America, the president appoints all the people you see, but they still do their job. So why in our case is the president appointing them? Like in the United Kingdom, the Queen Office appoints them. So why in our case are we appointing them and we are not getting any results?
Okay.
Is it the constitution we go and change, or we change our own attitude?
Goviali, let me pick somebody else and then we'll come back to you. Thank you very much for your contribution. It's an amazing contribution.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. You too, sir.
Cheers.
All right, you.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Doc.
Sorry.
Good morning.
I'm really sorry.
Yeah,
you're live on air.
Yeah, may I ask you for the opportunity. Good morning to you and good morning to everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Doc, I think I kind of understand the frustrations that you in Ayerukum. And I know that there is one sentiment that enjoins all of us together, like myself, Mr. Yawson, Kofi Ali, and all that. And that thing, that sentiment is simply anger.
What's it? I'm Battersea MP.
Me Papa Battersea MP, so count. And it is simply anger.
Apologize to him.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, the anger there in UK here. Boris Johnson was why a party. Into Nemko Funibi in his own political party was look. You cannot set a rule for the masses and have another one for yourself. So today, on Twitter, everywhere they are saying, whatever plan B or Drebano, they are going to vote against that plan B because you can't have a rule for yourself and another for the masses. Flip the coin to Ghana. Today, e-levy, there is not going to help. No? In the MPP to kind of speak against it. That is the anger. That is the frustration. There in the year
in su emba obi ni pipe him, but the president finds the luxury to rent private jets. That is the anger within all of us. We have come to that way there. I understand, but you see, one thing is very important, and I think the year now already the yanu too. The on your papa no yenka, your papa no so no yenka. Sabi me papa Kofi Ali muna Mr. Yawson Battersea MP mo on way MP. Woni me sabi say wombana to womban waging pa. You don't base your argument on the fact that waging and cut but you forgive their stupidity and help them. Inti one sabi who made the decision to vote for more no. Let us forgive them for that choice they made, and let us speak truth. Let us all have a clean heart and a clean mind. You can after a man. And you know UK how we MP people, meaning the likes of say Gabo and the rest. I think the time has come. Moral conscience demands of them to be truthful and to come out and condemn some of the things this government is doing. Because as a government, which ideas and which model of operation now is based on capitalism? You don't kill businesses. You don't tax businesses to that effect to cripple businesses. You only give them innovative room for them to thrive, room for them to progress. But if you are bringing levies, from Kwame Nkrumah time to John Mahama time, and the apprentice need on back country or they are now banana.
Can I ask you why would you think the president would decide to kill some banks and leave some of the banks? You.
Yeah, Doc. Sorry,
so
the line.
I was asking why you think a president would decide to kill some of the banks and leave some. I've been the government to do that.
Listen, the answer is simple. The answer is that the president himself, he is petty. Me have said it over and over again. My father, Dr. Kingsley J.
Yeah, Antimata. Mpocho, Joe Nanusa, Nakasa, Emre Nawaso, Joe, man, quick now, Omamia, Mpocho.
Dr. Kingsley J. Quote me everywhere. He was doing research for Alan Chemantin. Also, Alan Chemantin told him point blank that because he challenged Akufo-Addo for 6 months, Akufo-Addo was not talking to him. He was not picking his score because he has challenged him. Where is Alan Chemantin? Or no, why I'll be challenging me. So the president is simply petty.
Okay,
when
thank you very much.
When he doesn't have affiliations with you and you are progressive, he hates you. Okay. He hates Papa Kwesindum because he was not educated as Papa Kwesindum is. He hates him. He hates everybody who has progressed.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, Antimata, Pocho Tumukasa. Antimata Suko, Sankan. Okay, gentlemen, I'm the Magneti's time, so you give me your final word and way out of here. Battersea.
Me can say, Mummy ne kore Indian. Nia ubeti miayeno. Once a Ghana politics are quite say, Bema, where's your bar, Okakoyan lie. A quaby up a father by your ban and lie or ban penny at the amount. And if so, ye, because I bet my quack high car. Now one am Jana will carry a media. Now you better Tama or ban be jabba say, Quayam one day, what about the answer? Nakani, your dear. Okay, and then Sana politics.
All right, Chairman. Finally.
Thank you, Dr. Morton. 92 Constitution a check. One year Constitution to make it an easy way out for President Rawlings. We understand. So, Jania, what do you kunidi? We see so abre. Ne sinful. The Constitution is due for renewal, review. Mistakes, and there's a mistakes are bamu.
All right.
So, no runs not choy, but no crop no mature no gun on their head. No man draft the Constitution to make sure so that we can't touch all the soldiers. One more. We need a refresh. Program. My party need be 10 years, just in 3 months' time. That's where we stand. We need to refresh the Constitution. The president of Bugu Bank constitution no ma ho kwansa
baby a me no ye ya adwene say time around can say emra ne ye metron lawyers ni say won ba when am jenje lawyers ni say won ba no so ko for local chief now to what the best trust I did what that did now what friend lawyers and say one brand no my than 1 year no the same lawyers now to the team.
Thank you very much. Thank you.